I'm Kelly Grillo. Welcome. I'm the principal of Dodd Middle School. I'm honored to welcome you tonight to the 2023 Connecticut Association of Schools Superintendent Award Dinner for Cheshire Public Schools. I ask at this time for all of us to rise for the performance of our national anthem by Maya Katsevich and Isha Jasyula from the Cheshire High School VIP Chorus, directed by Greg Bell. And please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to thank Maya and Isha from the VIP Chorus for that beautiful performance and Greg Bell for his direction. I'd also like to thank from the CHS Orchestra members William Yihi Nara, Natalie Yam, and Lucia Tellerico under the direction of Miss Andrea Conrad for the pre-dinner performance. We appreciate you adding such special touches to this evening. Soon a member of our food services will signal your table to direct you to the buffet. A little later, their awards presentation will begin during our dessert. In the meantime, enjoy your meal.
I'm the Cheshire Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Jeff Solon, and I want to welcome you to our Viking Feast. Like, this is just outrageous, the food this evening. Certainly, at the very least, we owe our food service staff, led by our food service director, Erica Biagetti, a warm round of applause. Thank you for this incredible meal tonight. Thank you guys again very much. Obviously, it takes quite an effort to pull this together. So there are certainly some other folks that I'd like to extend my thanks. Certainly, Ms. Grillo, thank you so much for hosting. Appreciate the effort that it takes to put this together. First and foremost, my executive assistant, Carol Jasinski, and our administrative assistant, Giovanni Yap. Thank you, ladies, so much for all the invitations and coordinating everything and the gifts. Others who deserve our appreciation are the Dodd maintenance team, of course, for their work setting up tonight's event. And I promised our students that we would do better than cheese stick dunkers this evening. And again, our food service team and their use of local farms and vendors, if you noticed on the menu this evening, made tonight extra special. So thanks again, Eric. I appreciate that. I'd like to acknowledge some members of our administrative team who are also in attendance this evening, but will not be individually coming up to recognize students. When I introduce you, could you please stand and be recognized? Of course, I didn't make Carol and Giovanna stand because they would kill me tomorrow when I went in the office, but our administrators, I'll take our chances. Please welcome our PPS Director, Pupil Personnel Services team, led by Director Robin Ann Carey, and our supervisors, Marie Broadway for the secondary schools, and Christina Sherwood for the elementary schools. Tim Desert, principal at Darcy School. Our K through 8 curriculum coordinator, Kevin Hamlin. Our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Vincent Massiana. And finally, Marlene Solano, our Assistant Superintendent of Schools. Two more quick acknowledgments. Mike Salamini oversees all of our video communications in the district. He's in his perch this evening up there videotaping this event, which is always a ratings bonanza on YouTube. Thank you so much, Mike. So as I was saying, this is available on YouTube if you want to share it with friends and family. Should be available shortly after the event. And last but certainly not least, although unfortunately due to some conflicts, none of our Board of Education members could be here this evening, but I do want to take the time to acknowledge their service. The 7 of them spend a lot of time and energy trying to support our team, and for that I am certainly grateful, so thank you folks as well. So I really appreciate you indulging me in those introductions and in taking the time to acknowledge so many people who often work so hard unnoticed by the public, but they do so much for our students and community. The theme of my remarks tonight seemed fitting on the heels of my acknowledgement of our staff. Maybe I felt compared to share thoughts on gratitude because it's nearly a week from Thanksgiving, or perhaps it was because I'm the father of a teenager who feels like a text message that reads, "Come now," is appropriate when you're ready to be picked up. Unfortunately, gratitude may be at the front of my mind, however, lately, as I witness so many in society thinking that gratitude is a token which will only be given in exchange for doing something nice for me. Viktor Frankl was a renowned psychologist who suffered captivity in Auschwitz. His training gave him a unique perspective and allowed him to look at suffering through a completely different lens. He noticed that those with purpose were much more likely to survive the gruesome conditions. He began to create a book in his head. Frankl was eventually liberated and authored a book titled Man's Search for Meaning over the course of only 9 days. It's amazing to me to think that he could survive these conditions in part due to the attitude with which he carried himself. He once said, "We who lived in concentration camps can remember the men who walked through the huts comforting others, giving away their last piece of bread. They may have been few in number, but they often offer sufficient proof that everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." Gratitude is not a token to be earned. Gratitude is an attitude. Gratitude is something you can wake up with regardless of your condition, and it will benefit you tremendously. Gratitude is available to all, but perhaps easier to come by when you have purpose. I would argue that the incredible teachers invited this evening wake up with a purpose to enrich the experience for the children in their room, and find it much easier to express gratitude as a result. An attitude of gratitude will lift you and those around you. Frankl said that between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. I hope that at some point this Thanksgiving season, that you can reflect on all that you have to be grateful for and express that to those in your life. I know it will make a difference. Thank you and congratulations to all of our incredible students, family, and honored teachers this evening. For you, I am forever grateful. Thank you. This evening is going to be filled with humbling stories about the amazing things that our kids in this community do. And so I'm really excited to kick it off by inviting Cheshire High School Principal Dr. Mary Gadd to the podium with our first awards. Thank you.
Good evening. It is so lovely to be here. This is one of my favorite events, and I'm really glad that after all that food, I can actually stand up. So I would like to invite the high school administrative staff to join me. Mrs. Marie Broadway, Secondary Supervisor for Pupil Personnel Services, Mrs. Kristen Pells, Assistant Principal, Mr. John Parasino, Athletic Director, and Mr. Dan Cardarelli, Assistant Principal. So, I have the great honor to speak on behalf of student Madison. Would be nice if I could get your name right. I call her Maddie. So Madison Dno. I will be formal first. So please join me, Maddie. Okay. So I am thrilled to speak on behalf of our Superintendent's Award winner, Madison Dno, and I'd also like to welcome and congratulate her mother, Heather Cretella, and her stepfather, Jonathan Cretella. Madison is not only academically exceptional, but she is also an outstanding leader and community advocate. She is involved in many clubs and has taken on both formal and informal leadership roles, including Link Crew Leader, Future Educators of America, Peer Advocate, Blood Drive Officer, and Brave Club Officer. Her extracurricular participation is a testament to her unwavering commitment to serving others. Madison has also been an invaluable member of the Wallingford Girls Softball League for 4 years, demonstrating teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Her extensive volunteer work, along with part-time employment, showcases her legendary time management skills and strong work ethic. Maddie derives great meaning from her involvements because it gives her an opportunity to give back to the community. She's a responsible person, and we rely on her every week to make the morning announcements. It's impressive to see how well she uses her time given her schedule, and she is the embodiment of the adage, if you want something done, give it to a busy person. Yet in the midst of all her important contributions, Maddie is also an extremely loyal friend. She's an active and engaged learner, and her teachers shared that she always brings excellent insights and intelligent perspectives to her work. Maddie herself said the most important thing she's learned at CHS is to put effort into everything you do. She added, you might think you don't like something, but if you immerse yourself in it, you might find a new passion. Maddie certainly found that passion when she tentatively signed up for psychology class, but then happily discovered how much she loves the subject. Because Maddie is a hard worker, she's motivated to figure things out independently, and she does that in all of her classes. She also, and we're thrilled about this, wants to become a history teacher, and in typical fashion, she wanted to know firsthand what teachers do, so she became a teaching assistant for Ms. Griffiths, her guest teacher who is joining her here this evening. Next year, Maddie wants to attend Southern Connecticut State University, and with her stellar 4.2 average, she will be successful wherever she wants to go. Maddie's passion, sense of responsibility to her school, community, and her peers will serve her well, and her exceptional ability to connect with others makes her an ideal candidate to inspire and educate future generations. Maddie, we are so proud of you, and on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration at CHS, we wish you great congratulations on this accomplishment. And now if Evan Russo would join me. I am so pleased to speak on behalf of our next Superintendent's Award winner, Evan Russo, and I welcome his proud parents, Patrick and Melissa Russo, who are with him this evening. One of Evan's teachers said, quote, he is the type of student you hope you will get in your class every year. He's compassionate, cooperative, and always willing to help. He is mature and works successfully with any group and he is a natural leader that others look to for guidance and reassurance. He is intelligent and informed and engages his classmates on a substantive level. Another of his teachers shared, "Evan is one of the deepest, most philosophical thinkers I have had the pleasure of having in class. He has an uncanny ability to convey complex and intricate ideas in a clear and concise way for others to understand. Beyond his academic prowess, Evan is just incredibly kind, down-to-earth, humble, and humorous." In my conversations with Evan, I've also found him to be a very deep thinker and dedicated member of our school community, a leader, and just a genuinely kind young man. Evan told me that he's most proud of the relationships he's built with his teachers, and you can see Mrs. Talligan and his invited guest beaming with pride upon hearing that. The most important thing Evan has learned at CHS, he said, is how to communicate with people and articulate what he thinks. He's passionate about talking with people and learning about what they believe, and in particular, learning from the people he doesn't necessarily agree with. So it should come as no surprise that Evan might want to become a lawyer. He hopes to attend Boston College next year. In addition to his skill and capacity as a student, Evan is an active leader in our school. He's the co-captain of the varsity football team, and he is also the 2-year president of the Future Business Leaders of America and an officer in DECA, which is the Distributive Education Clubs of America. Last year, Evan flew off to the Nationals in Atlanta for DECA on behalf of the high school and won 3rd place in economics, showing an amazing fusion of leadership and scholarship. Outside of school, Evan is a volunteer coach for youth, park, and rec basketball, and he's a personal trainer at his father's gym for middle school-aged kids. In the midst of all of this, he has managed to earn a very high GPA, 4.33, while taking an extremely challenging course load over the years. But beyond all that, Evan is a natural leader, a kind and compassionate friend, a community contributor, and engaged thinker. With Evan, still waters run deep. He has all the requisite skills to be a success wherever he lands for college and beyond, and we are so excited to witness the next steps in your journey. So on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration at Cheshire High School, congratulations. Please welcome Mrs. Kristen Pellis to the podium.
Hi, folks. I am happy to speak on behalf of Karina Cardiera. Do you want to come up here, please? When you mention Karina's name, people smile, and people love to talk on Karina's behalf. It's easy to do, and likewise, Karina loves to talk to people. Right? What resonates about Karina is her open-mindedness and her desire to make connections. Karina spoke about her curiosity in learning about others, how she encourages others to learn from others and learn about their peers. She would encourage our young people to be open-minded, to not stay in their box, to look below the surface when learning about others and not to judge. Karina, you spoke of your growth at CHS, that you've been able to connect with peers that have so many varied interests and perspectives, and that has allowed you to learn. In Karina's words, we learn when we ask questions and take interest in others and hear other perspectives, to quote you, right? And isn't that a fabulous quality of a young adult who's about to embark on the bigger world? Karina has an impressive resume that outlines how she has applied her compassionate, responsible, and hardworking qualities. You have taken rigorous course load throughout high school, and you have consistently looked for ways to continue to challenge yourself. 255 hours of community service, right? 255. Reflecting on so many hours, Karina shared the perspective that when you get more involved, you get more involved. Service leads to connection, and that opens up opportunities to get even more involved. Right? Karina has been committed to student government and the Student Senate throughout her high school career. Her role as a public relations officer for Student Senate allowed Karina to do community outreach, bridging town and school events. Specifically, Karina's commitment to the school community has been demonstrated by her active role in organizing our CHS B1 Day for the 2 past years. She strove to create a relaxing, organized, and fun day for all students and faculty to ensure that everyone felt included. Being included and accepted is really the mission of our B1 Day. And yet, Karina was at one time very shy. Karina told a story of when you had attended the Y program years ago as an elementary school student. There you met your special teacher guest, Mr. Steven Skibicki, who she gives credit with helping her become who she is now. Being shy, she knows that Mr. Skibicki made her feel heard, taking the time to listen, support, and encourage her, which led her to feeling more confident in herself. Karina now works at the Y in the after-school program, right? At which school? At Chapman too, right? So come full circle, serving in a similar role model. Karina was excited to be able to invite Mr. Skibicki here tonight, along with her parents. Karina, throughout her involvement in the AP Environmental Science class and your role in the Envirothon Club, is very interested now in pursuing an environmental science area of study. So we'll be looking forward to hear where you commit to. You have, as you narrow down your exciting choices. Congratulations, Karina, and thank you for being an ambassador at Cheshire High School. And now I have the pleasure to introduce Molly Fletcher. I feel fortunate to speak on behalf of Molly. A word that resonates with me when thinking about Molly is genuine. Her drive, compassion, dedication, and commitment to the Cheshire community is pure and genuine. Molly is an amazing person, student, and community leader. She has an unwavering commitment to making a positive impact on her community. In the words of her close friend and best buddies, Nicole, Molly is kind and makes people feel happy. I think most CHS students would concur. Molly is proud of her work in Best Buddies. As a co-president of the club, her relationships with the members are genuine, and Best Buddies has just been the vehicle that brings them together. Molly is a fierce advocate of supporting students with disabilities and has led fundraising events for this club. In particular, and I think her most prideful event was the organization of last year's Cotillion Inclusion Dance. You might have read or heard about this event, as it was a huge success as it continued to build a community around this group of friends. Molly was devoted to the concept as it was formulated to honor her good friend, Michael, that passed away at way too young of an age. Molly is a compassionate, intelligent, and dedicated student. She maintains excellent grades with a remarkable 4.46 GPA, continues to challenge herself with very high-level courses while playing sports and leading school clubs. Molly is an active leader at CHS. As Mr. Manning, Molly's teacher guest, shared, Molly is everything you look for in a leader. She has participated in student government and various honor societies. She has thrived in the leadership roles in Link Crew, Peer Advocates, Community Service Club, Unified Theater. Furthermore, your involvement in high school track and soccer teams exemplifies your passion and commitment. In sum, Molly Fletcher is an outstanding young woman who consistently goes above and beyond to make a difference in the lives of others, and there is no doubt you'll continue to excel in all these areas in the future. Molly is here tonight with her parents and Mr. Manning, a teacher and Best Buddies advisor. And speaking about Mr. Manning, Molly shared that due to his support and his ease in saying yes to all her big ideas, he has really influenced her ability to have an impact on the CHS community. You'll have decisions to make, although our conversation tonight looks like you really want to land at Penn State. And still kind of debating what type of career path, whether it's occupational therapy or nursing. It's not surprising to me that you're choosing an area that is in service to other people. So congratulations, Molly. Thank you for all your contributions to Cheshire High School. And now Mr. Parasino.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to congratulate all of our Superintendent Awards recipients tonight. And it is my pleasure to bring up and introduce to you all Matthew Jeffrey. Come on up, Matt. I told him he was going to have to crouch down so I didn't look so short up here. But that's all right. Matt is accompanied tonight by his parents, Rebecca and David Jeffrey. When I asked Matt about his parents, he reflected upon how much they have sacrificed to put him into a position to be successful. He appreciates how they pushed him, but more importantly, supported him to be his best in the classroom, on the field, and as a person. Matt's also appreciative of his grandma, or Grammy Sharon Davies, and his brother Michael for all their love and support as well. Matt's also accompanied by his Italian teacher, Josephine Countryman. Matt feels that Mrs. Countryman is a teacher that he's made a close connection with. She is someone that he can go to with anything that he might need, and she's always supportive. He appreciates how much she believes in him and that she takes the time to come and to support him at his sporting contests. Matt has become quite the accomplished student athlete at Cheshire High School. Matt has earned the title of captain for the football team, twice captain for the basketball team, and a captain for the lacrosse team. During his career at Cheshire High School, he's been named All-Southern Connecticut Conference and All-State in both football and lacrosse. He was also named an All-American in lacrosse and named the USA Today Lacrosse National Player of the Year. He is widely considered the #1 lacrosse recruit in the country for his graduating class and has committed to play lacrosse for the 2023 national champions, the University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We could clap for that. Impressive to say the least. But while his accomplishments in athletics alone are to be applauded, that's not exactly what gets someone recognized for an achievement like the Superintendent's Award. Matt embodies what we desire for all our students. He's highly successful in the classroom and has earned high honors or honors in every marking period since his freshman year. I think Ms. Countryman did a great job capturing Matt when she said, "Matt's energy is contagious. He has a great outlook on life. He sets goals and works every day to be a better student, athlete, and individual. He's a strong and mature individual who's ready to explore his possibilities. His willingness to learn new things and encourage his peers to do their best permeates the classroom." Matt also demonstrates outstanding leadership. It's a topic of great interest to him. He enjoys listening to life coaches and motivational speakers. He has spoken to our elementary and middle school students as part of a leadership panel. He's been part of the Student Senate. He's volunteered to rake leaves in our community, and he's helped to run football and lacrosse clinics for our Best Buddies programs. It's no surprise that, as English teacher Dawn DeMayo said, "From day one of class, Matt impressed me with his maturity, his responsibility, and his successful scholarship. He's a true leader and demonstrates respect to his peers and integrity in all that he does." Lastly, I'd like to touch on Matt's character. All of his accomplishments have given him somewhat of a local celebrity status around the state, especially in the lacrosse world. Matt has handled the attention with more graciousness than ever could be expected, deflecting praise back to his teammates, his coaches, and his family. It's not hard to find Matt after a lacrosse game. He's the player being surrounded by a large number of younger lacrosse players, and he's spending time with them and being kind enough to sign autographs for each and every kid. Matthew Jeffrey is a shining example of what can be accomplished when you combine great work ethics with strong family values and great educational opportunities. Matt, congratulations on a well-deserved Superintendent's Award. It's now my pleasure to bring up Ms. Marie Bauer.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to all of the students. I'd like to welcome up Paul Robinson. I happen to have known Paul since we both started at Dodd Middle School the same school year. I am happy to be here to introduce him to you all. Paul and I reintroduced ourselves to each other this morning, and on the walk to my office, he shared that he was honored to receive this award this evening. Paul likes to play basketball as a hobby. His favorite class is Principles of Law because it's fun to learn about terms of contracts and other topics of law. Paul is in the Cheshire High School marching band and plays the trumpet. You'll notice his tie and tie clip that he has on and is wearing proudly. His friend David recruited him to be in the African American Music Club because he thought Paul would find it fun, and he did. He's enjoying that club, listening to different types of music. Good thing he likes different types of music because Paul would like to be a music teacher. He's recently applied to Central, Western, and the University of Hartford. Paul said that they are really good schools, and I agree. Not one is his favorite just yet, and he will be happy to attend any of the three. What I learned this evening is Paul is also in the cadet teachers class and is shadowing and working with one of his favorite teachers from Doolittle, Mr. Giuliano. Is that right? I got it. I had to remember that. It's not on my paper. Paul has chosen Kristen Hassa to attend with him tonight. She has been his German teacher for 3 years. He says that she's always understanding, flexible, and really nice to talk to. Paul is here with his parents, Suzanne and Joseph Robinson. Congratulations.
Good evening, Mariam Famy, come on down. I'm pleased to introduce Miss Mariam Famy, an exceptional student at Cheshire High School who is joined here tonight with her family, her mother Marion, and her brother Kiro, and her guest teacher, Miss Sarah Redford, her favorite English teacher at Cheshire High School. As one of CHS's elite group of 7 receiving the Superintendent's Award tonight, Mariam's school record, extracurricular activities, and fine personality reveal immediately how worthy she is of this recognition. Academically, Mariam has challenged herself at the highest levels throughout her high school career, taking an impressive 9 AP and ECE classes in sophomore year. She has an interest in the medical field and would like to become a dermatologist, and she has taken on 2 internships already through UConn. But wisely, she's also made sure to balance those academic rigors with classes such as culinary arts, patisserie, and food service because cooking and baking is her joy. And Mariam understands the importance of doing what you love. In fact, she had a hand in the delicious bread that we enjoyed tonight, so we can give her a hand for that. This brings me to the many activities focused on service to others that Mariam boasts outside of her school day. Among others, she's president of the National English Honor Society. She's co-vice president of the National Honor Society. She participates in Winterfest, Peer Advocates, Interact, Distressed Children and Infants Club, and of course the Baking Club. Outside of school, she teaches Bible study and pre-service classes. When speaking to Mariam, you realize quickly that she is so heavily involved, not because she's trying to bolster a resume or brag on an application, but because she has a true joy for helping others and making a positive difference in people's lives. Be kind to others is Mariam's mantra, and she is doing what she loves. She credits her parents for teaching her these values and developing her character and leadership skills. It's fitting that Mariam cites Wonder by R.J. Palacio as her favorite book because of its message that kindness brings us together no matter how far apart we are. Therefore, to close, I'd like to cite a line from Wonder's main character, Augie Pullman, who says, "I think there should be a rule that everyone in the world should get a standing ovation at least once in their lives." So, on behalf of Mariam Famy, please stand for each of tonight's award recipients for a well-deserved standing ovation, of which I'm certain will not be their last. Thank you. And now Dr. Gadd.
Thank you. That's okay. I'd like to welcome up Dodd Middle School Principal, Ms. Kelly Grillo, with our Dodd recognition.
Congratulations to you all. It really is humbling to hear about all of your accomplishments at such a young age. We are very proud of you, impressed by all that you do, and thankful for your contributions to the community. With me is Mr. Murphy, the assistant principal of Don. We are very excited to have the opportunity to honor 4 talented, caring, and remarkable Dodd students this evening. We extend heartfelt congratulations to the rest of the recipients. At this time, I'd like to invite up our first recipient, Joseph Durazi. Hi, Joe. It is with great pleasure and pride to introduce this remarkable young individual, the recipient of this year's Superintendent Award at Dodd Middle School, Joseph Durazi. Joseph is an 8th grade student who embodies the spirit of leadership, compassion, and academic excellence. Tonight we celebrate Joe, a young man who not only excels academically, but also demonstrates an exceptional commitment to service and community. Joe is accompanied by his loving parents, Diana and John Durazi, and has 2 little sisters, Julia and Angelina, who are cheering him on from home. Joe's leadership shines through his involvement in the student council and as a student advocate. His dedication to community service projects such as food and toy drives reflects a deep-seated passion for helping others. Joe has expressed that this commitment stems from his genuine love for assisting people, a sentiment that resonates through his actions and involvement in this meaningful initiatives. At Dodd, Joe stands out not only for his academic achievements, but also for his collaborative spirit. He thrives on the opportunity to work with both students and staff, fostering an environment of learning and cooperation. His favorite subjects are social studies and geometry, and they showcase his love for understanding the past and embracing the challenges of mathematical exploration. Beyond the classroom, Joe's a force to be reckoned with on the basketball and baseball fields, and he truly finds his stride in cross country, a testament to his athleticism. When asked about his aspirations for the future, Joe's eyes lit up with enthusiasm. I mean, lit up, and blurted out, he can't wait to become a biochemical engineer. But wait, there's more. He wants to become a biochemical engineer because he hopes to contribute to solving global hunger issues. Pretty impressive for our 8th grade young man here. And I was proud to hear about that. Out of all the teachers Joe has had to pick from, he chose Mrs. Staszewski to be his honored guest. When asked why, he explained that she took great care to help him learn how to decode challenging words when he was in 6th grade. Joe would often stay in with her during recess to learn this important skill, and he credits Mrs. Staszewski with his growth. What a gift she gave to him, and what an honor it is for her to be selected, I'm sure, as his guest for tonight. Joe, you are a beacon of inspiration, and we look forward to witnessing the incredible journey that lies ahead of you. Congratulations on receiving the Superintendent's Award, a well-deserved honor for an outstanding student and leader. Our next recipient I'd like to call up is Catherine Suarez. It is an honor and privilege to introduce you to this outstanding young lady, an 8th grader here at Dodd Middle School, who epitomizes the values of leadership, community service, and outstanding achievement. Catherine is not just a student, she's a leader, a compassionate soul, and a dedicated community servant. Tonight, she's joined by her proud parents, Jennifer and Oscar, and has a younger brother, Jack, and little sister Maggie at home, but equally as proud. They would be here, I'm sure, if we let them to. As a leader within our Dodd community, Catherine goes above and beyond. Serving on our student council, she not only takes an active role in school affairs, but also spearheads community service projects such as our food drive. Her commitment extends beyond the school walls. She collaborates with our Norton PTA for events like the Trunk or Treat and dedicates her time to book drives with the New Haven Reads. Catherine's not only a leader in service, but a force to be reckoned with in sports, A multi-sport athlete, she not only captains both the Cheshire United and Dodd Middle School soccer teams, but also participates in basketball, softball, and in the summer she swims for her pool club team. If that's not enough, she recently took up surfing on her family vacations to the Outer Banks and Nantucket. Her dedication to sports reflects her commitment to teamwork, discipline, and personal growth. Even with such a bustling schedule, Katherine maintains a deep love for learning. She thrives in the academic realm, excelling in subjects like math and language arts. It's not just about the grades for her, she genuinely enjoys the intellectual journey. When I asked her for her favorite pastime, one of them was reading. She particularly loves to read realistic fiction and fantasy or dystopian books. The Hate You Give holds a special place in her heart, as it allowed her to understand and connect with characters whose lives are very different from her own. It's a pretty insightful conversation we had about that. When it comes to her future, Katherine is torn between becoming a doctor or a marine biologist, two noble professions that align with her deep-rooted desire to help others. Both would be lucky to have her. Katherine's invited guest teacher is Mrs. Golden, one of her teachers who made a significant impact on her life. After Katherine's move to Dodd last year, Mrs. Golden went above and beyond to ensure Katherine felt welcomed and supported. The support Mrs. Golden extended during that critical time of transition meant the world to Katherine, and it made a lasting impression. Katherine, your passion for learning, commitment to community service, leadership in sports, and kindness that you extend to others make you a truly deserving recipient of the Superintendent Award. We eagerly anticipate the incredible impact you undoubtedly continue to make as you embark on the next chapter of your academic and personal journey. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
Good evening. Another congratulations to all of our recipients this evening and their proud families. I am extremely proud to present to our next Dodd recipient, Caitlyn Lea, if you would come up, please. Caitlyn is an 8th grader here at Dodd who is here tonight with her parents. She also has a younger brother, Colin, at home, and a 16-year-old puggle named Lucia. Within moments of speaking with Caitlyn, you can tell exactly why she was selected for this award. It's not just the distinguished honors that she's earned since she's been at Dodd, but her overall outlook on wanting to help others. Caitlyn has such a positive attitude about school. While her teachers and classes have provided her with tremendous learning opportunities, she really appreciates how it's provided her with the ability to meet and socialize with students whom she otherwise wouldn't have had the chance to. She's had a great time at Dodd and actually said it's going by too quickly. It's probably because of the large number of activities that she's become involved with throughout the past 2 years. Caitlyn has served as a student advocate in both 7th and 8th grade. She's helped new students transition into the building by providing tours and also giving them a friendly face in the halls. She's helped facilitate and organize a pajama and book drive, and has also been a member of our Best Buddies program. One of Caitlyn's passions is running. She's been a member of the Dodd cross country and track teams and hopes to continue that when she gets to high school next year. She actually took this passion and turned it into another opportunity to help others though, working with a program called Girls on the Run, where she helped younger students practice running longer distance while also focusing on a lot of team building. The program culminated with all the participants running in a 5K. Caitlyn had been a member of the program herself when she was younger and wanted to pay it back to others because of the positive impact that it had made at her. Caitlyn also has some other passions outside of school, which I can truly appreciate because many of them relate to food. Her family is currently in the midst of a wing tour across the state. She has tried some crazy flavors like peanut butter and jelly, and I think J. Timothy's is currently at the top of the list right now. Good choice. She also enjoys baking, which is very calming for her, and also watching baking shows like Nailed It and Is It Cake, even if you can never pick which one is actually the cake. When she gets older, she's interested in pursuing a career in physical therapy, as it ties in her love of sports with thinking it would be a cool way to help people recover when they're injured. and she's hopeful that whatever college she attends has a track team that she can run on while she's there. Her experience in school has been great, and she's had a lot of good teachers over the years, so choosing just one to attend tonight was a very difficult choice for Caitlyn. However, she chose Dr. Keely Garden, who is one of our 7th grade social studies here at Dodd. Caitlyn shared that Dr. Garden really pushed me in a good way to produce my best work and to be the best version of myself. She's a very fun teacher who made everyday lessons exciting and interesting and is always very confident. So Caitlyn, congratulations. We're so proud of you and can't wait to see what you accomplish in the future. Congrats. All right, and we have one more for Dodd this evening. So I'd like to call up Levin Scasalati. So I have the honor of presenting and speaking on behalf of Levin, another 8th grader at Dodd, who's here tonight with his parents. Levin also has 2 older siblings who have graduated the high school and are now attending colleges in Boston and out in California. In Levin's time at Dodd, he's proven to be an all-around student who's more than worthy of being an award recipient this evening. He's maintained distinguished honors every quarter, while being an active participant in many extracurricular activities. He's always been a strong student, especially in language arts. But he says that at Dodd, all of your classes make you feel comfortable and confident in your abilities. One of the things that Levin has truly appreciated about his time in middle school has been the ability to make connections with a large number of students each and every day. He stated that the experience as a whole has helped to broaden his scope. He's been able to see a number of potential pathways develop due to his time in various unified arts classes and has discovered new passions and interests that he'd like to possibly pursue further. Even more than that, though, is his appreciation for the many extracurricular activities that have been offered to him since he arrived at Dodd. Levin has been a member of the school's cross-country and track teams, and especially enjoys running mid-distance races like the 4 and the 800. He shared how important cross-country is to him, as it helps give a sense of purpose with a bunch of people trying to do better, to do their best while still creating good friendships. Levin is also a member of the Dodd Drama Club, which he feels is very satisfying because the end product is a result of hard work and can be shown off to a large number of people. And he also plays percussion in the Dodd Band. Somehow, he finds time to conduct community service outside of these activities. He volunteers at a food drive each year, where he works a brief 12-hour shift, helping to sort contributions that residents donate. He's also been volunteering at the Yellow House for the past 2 years, where he runs a youth literacy group for students in kindergarten through 3rd grade, helping them to become more comfortable in reading. And in the future, Levin isn't really sure what he wants to do, which at 13 is completely normal. What he does know, though, is that whatever it is, he wants to be responsible for a noticeable difference and to be able to say that he helped as many people as possible. Tonight, Levin brought with him Eric Brinkman, who was one of his teachers at Highland School. He shared that he chose Mr. Brinkman because he changed the way I think about things. He helped me work through a lot of things. He helped me learn in a different way, which was really helpful. I think he helped me the most by showing me to look at things multiple times and multiple ways, to think things through, put your best effort into everything, and then you'll really understand it. We're extremely proud of your accomplishments, Levin. Congratulations.
Please welcome from Doolittle School, Principal Amy O'Brien.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to invite Assistant Principal Krista Vopa up to join me. And I am pleased to introduce to you 5th grade student Maeve Colacray. Maeve, you want to come on up? Maeve is here this evening with her parents, Kelly Tapper and Kevin Colacray, and her 3-year-old brother is at home. And Maeve was nominated by her 5th grade teachers, and they shared with us that Maeve is an extremely empathetic, respectful, and responsible student. Her willingness to help and include others shines in the classroom. Outside of school, Maeve enjoys a variety of extracurricular activities. She plays softball and basketball here in Cheshire, and in the summer, she participates in a triathlon camp as well. So I learned she's been doing this for 4 years, doing triathlons. Maeve loves to write in her free time, and she especially enjoys playwriting and performing. She hopes to be part of the Doolittle Drama Club in the spring. It is open to 5th grade, so she's hoping to be in that, and she's currently going to be in our variety show that's coming up soon. She is a part of the new chapter of Best Buddies at Doolittle School and is a member of our Academically and Gifted Challenge program. On top of being an outstanding student, Maeve's kindness and welcoming personality always puts a smile on everyone's faces. I spoke with Maeve recently about this honor that she was receiving, and I shared with her what her teachers had said about her. I asked her to tell me when she first learned the importance of being kind to others. She shared a story of a very early memory of being in preschool and noticed a classmate having a hard time. She remembered that just sitting with that friend made the friend feel better, and it helped them. She told me that now, as she's older, if she notices that someone is frustrated, she goes over to them and asks them if they want to talk, and she offers to listen. At this point, she shared with me that she tries not to distract them from what they're feeling, but that often they just need someone to listen, and she just tries to be a good listener for them. A lesson we could all learn, that she has learned at a very early age. I asked her to tell me who taught her all of this, and if she just instinctively knew to do this. She shared she thinks she learns this from her cousins, who helped her when she was younger, but that she has a very loving mom and dad who helped guide her. Maeve went on to share that she is so grateful for both of her parents for teaching her to be such a great person. Maeve also shared that she decided to bring Miss Dno tonight as her teacher, as her guest, for one of these reasons also. She said that Miss Dno helped her to understand not so much just as a student, but Miss Dno helped her just feel like a person, not just a student. It was the first teacher she felt that she was like a pair with, that she had a connection with. She was also one of her softball coaches. She said this strong relationship, she feels very strongly that Miss Dno just understood her and always was support for her. This summer, she had a very exciting time because Miss Dno invited her and her entire class to her wedding when she got married this summer, and it meant so much to be part of Miss Dno's very special day. Maeve is an exceptional person, and we all look forward to watching her continue to grow and achieve all that she is capable of. Congratulations.
First, to all the students being honored tonight, congratulations. And now I would like to recognize Brewer Drust from Doolittle School. Brewer is accompanied by his parents, Christine and Donald Drust. Brewer was chosen for this award because what his teacher said, he was the epitome of an all-around great kid. His teachers have shared that he works hard, both in and outside of school. He is a community contributor and a natural leader. In the classroom, he is attentive to his studies and he works well with others. Many students look to Brewer as a leader, as he is always making good choices that help the classroom operate in a fun, safe way. When Brewer was in 5th grade, he earned Student of the Month award. He was also chosen to attend the 5th and 6th grade leadership conferences. Outside of school, Brewer loves sports, especially track and football. He plays linebacker and fullback for the Cheshire Rams 6th grade team. He enjoys working out and lifting with his football buddies. He usually lifts 3 times a week with his teammates. What he didn't mention to me when he was in my office was that he actually broke the world record
for bench press and curling this past year. I learned more about that tonight. He did not mention that to me. Brewer runs track for the Connecticut Storm. He's been doing this since he was in 4th grade. And in the winter, he plays on an indoor football league. Brewer's teachers reported that he shows good sportsmanship by being a true team player and offering other team members help and encouragement when they have questions or encounter problems. Brewer loves his family, and he speaks often about helping at the family grocery stores. When I asked Brewer what he wanted to be when he grows up, he reported very, very quickly, "I want to be just like my dad and my grandpa." He wants to continue the family business of running the grocery stores that his family owns. He stated that his family helps people every day, and he hopes to help as many people as his mom and dad do. Brewer is also joined tonight by his kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Shalaba. He chose her because he has known her for such a long time, and she was a really great teacher who was always nice and fun. We are so proud to honor Brewer with the Superintendent's Award for Doolittle School. Congratulations, Brewer.
I'm not afraid to put in a plug for your local shop, right? But, anyway, please welcome to the podium our next presenter, the principal of Highland School, Mr. Scott Jeffrey.
Let me introduce to you our assistant principal, Erica Bordenero. So good evening and congratulations to all of our students, teachers, and proud parents honored here tonight. It is always impressive to hear of such wonderful accomplishments. We have 4 fantastic students to introduce from Highland School tonight. Our first recipient is John Southerland. John, come up. I'm proud to introduce Johnny Southerland. Johnny is a 5th grade student at Highland School. He is here tonight with his parents, Jeffrey and Jill. Johnny asked his 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Gervais, to be here tonight as his special guest. Johnny stated that Mrs. Gervais is very caring and was always there to help him when he needed support. John's teachers say he is hardworking and considerate of others and a strong contributor in the classroom. He is always willing to help anyone in need, and he is a quiet but very effective leader in the classroom. John enjoys school, especially math. He told me that he enjoys math because he's good at it. He especially enjoys challenging computations and problem solving. John shared that when he comes to a difficult problem, he tries to reason and use what he's learned in the past to find the right answer. Johnny also likes to read. He is currently reading a book by Mark Nobleman called Brave Like My Brother. John has 2 brothers, which helped him to connect to this story. John also plays the tuba in the Highland Band, and he's a member of the Highland Student Council, where he was active in organizing the recent food drive. Outside of school, John enjoys playing football. This is his first year playing for the Cheshire Rams. He said he likes the camaraderie that comes with being on a team. John also serves as the assistant to the Cheshire High School JV football team manager, supplying water to the players and making sure the kicking tee is up. When John grows up, he wants to be an NFL player for the San Francisco 49ers. Congratulations, John. Next, I'd like to invite Sarah Maskin to come up. Sarah Maskins is a 3rd grade student at Highland School, a 6th grade student at Highland School. Tonight, she is here with her parents, Andrew and Brenda. Sarah has invited her 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Zebarth, to join her this evening as her special guest. Sarah chose Mrs. Ebarth because she said she understands kids and she has a great sense of humor. Mrs. Ebarth describes Sarah as compassionate, hardworking, and a dedicated learner. Sarah's other teachers describe her as kind, helpful, and a leader in the classroom. Sarah told me she likes Highland School because the teachers are nice, and they like their students and care about them as people. I promise I didn't tell her to say that. In school, Sarah enjoys reading. She especially enjoys great fiction books because the stories take her to amazing places and on exciting adventures. She told me her favorite book is called Counting Time, an adventure story that includes great suspense. Sarah plays the cello in the orchestra and contributes to her community by serving as a member of the Highland Student Council. Sarah was selected to attend the Cheshire High School Leadership Summit that's coming up this Thursday. In addition, Sarah is a 6th grade helper assisting our youngest students. This experience, as well as her time with really good teachers, has motivated her to become a teacher when she gets older. I'm confident Sarah will be an excellent teacher one day. Congratulations, Sarah.
Good evening and congratulations, everyone. Our next recipient is Dominic Brennis. Dominic is a 6th grade student at Highland School. He is here tonight with his parents, Aaron and John Brennis. Dominic has chosen his 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Smolensky, as his teacher of honor. Dominic stated that he chose Mrs. Smolensky because she was so kind and he had a great experience in her classroom. Mrs. Smolensky said that he is a kind young man who always respects others through his words and actions. Dominic brings a positive attitude and a quiet smile to all that he does. He works diligently and demonstrates a growth mindset, always aiming to succeed. Dominic's favorite parts about school are seeing his friends and learning new things. His favorite subject is math because he likes challenging word problems. Recently, he was selected to attend the CHS Leadership Conference, which is coming up on Thursday to represent Highland School. Outside of school, Dominic loves playing baseball, video games, and helping his parents with yard work. He is also a big Yankees fan. When he grows up, he wants to be a professional baseball player or a business owner like his dad. Congratulations, Dominic. Our final recipient is Viviana Lopez. I'm proud to introduce Viviana Lopez. Vivi is a 5th grade student at Highland School. She is here tonight with her parents, Stacy and Marcela Lopez. Vivi has chosen her 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Otis, as her teacher of honor. Vivi stated that she chose Mrs. Otis because she always brightens her day with her smile. Every day in her class was special and fun. Mrs. Otis said that Vivi is empathetic, caring, and kind to everyone in class. She is a strong student with a love for learning. She works hard and perseveres until she reaches her goals. Vivi's favorite parts about school are learning new things. She said she enjoys each and every day. Her favorite subject is reading. She often gets lost in fictional books for hours. She plays the flute in the school band, participates in AGP, and hopes to join the school drama club next year. Outside of school, Vivi plays softball and basketball. She also takes singing lessons at West Main Music Academy and is looking forward to performing a song she wrote herself at the first recital next month. She loves traveling to Puerto Rico to see her grandparents and Florida to see her cousins. When she grows up, she wants to be an Egyptologist, which is someone who studies ancient Egypt, or a nurse, because she says, you never know. Congratulations, Vivi.
for 18 years of attending this, and I've never heard, I want to be a superintendent, and now I'm getting beat out by Egyptologists. I will continue to face this with gratitude. Anyway, please welcome from Norton School Principal Jody Broden.
Thank you and good evening, and congratulations to all of our recipients. I'd like Mrs. Kathy Carlucci to come up and join me as our assistant principal. And I would like to have Rose Robinson join me. There are so many things I want to tell you about Rose and why she is here for this evening with her parents and with Mrs. Rayball, who is a teacher she chose to ask for a special guest. Rose always did her best work in 4th and now in 5th grade. She worked hard and was always available for learning. Rose showed tremendous perseverance, especially in math, which she never gave up even if there was a challenge. Rose was always kind to her peers last year and continues to this year. She was initially shy, which I noticed when I was first talking to her, but she really came into her own, and she does have quite a dry and witty sense of humor. Rose has been an excellent partner and team member. In addition to her activities at Norton, Rose is a gymnast, where she has set her ambitions to grow as much as she can in gymnastics. She is also a junior in the Girl Scouts. Rose has one older sister, Lily, 1 hamster, and 2 dogs. As was noted through this passage, I'm sure we could all agree that Rose encapsulates all the necessary qualities to be a very deserving student of the Superintendent's Award. Congratulations, Rose.
And our next recipient is Nathaniel Elder. I am so excited to explain why Nathaniel is here tonight with his family and Mr. Pissarro, who Nate described as his favorite teacher. Nate is being recognized as his Superintendent's Award nominee because he humbly and consistently exemplified 5th grade expectations. He is a self-directed learner who demonstrated perseverance, motivation, and flexibility, as well as personally seeking out opportunities to challenge himself. In addition, Nate routinely made excellent choices regarding the importance and quality of his work and peer interactions. Throughout the year, Nate has consistently gone out of his way to not only make good decisions for himself, but also helps others if he sees an opportunity. Above all, Nate is kind and respectful to all. He clearly illustrates how a community contributor should truly act. In addition to keeping up with his academics in the classroom, Nate is a community contributor outside the classroom as well. He plays on the Cheshire Youth Basketball team and is a competitive swimmer. His stroke is the backstroke, where he placed 6th in the state competition. This year, he has also taken on a leadership role as a member of the Norton Student Council. While not busy with his activities at Norton and sports, Nathaniel likes to chill at home, eating pizza and pasta with his 21-pound cat, Nigel, and his brother, Gabe. Nate, congratulations, we're very proud of you.
Just as a quick piece of housekeeping before we bring up the last school, I would ask if we could just kind of stay settled after the last school does their introductions, because we are blessed to have Rick Travery here, a photographer who for years has taken photos afterward. So we'll do a group photo with all of our honorees, our students and teachers and administrators, and then we will take building-based photos, starting with the last school honor going all the way back to Cheshire High School. So I just wanted to explain that so we know what's going on. And without further ado, our final school, Chapman. Please welcome Chapman Principal, Ms. Diana Burns.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to introduce two outstanding Chapman students to you tonight. Ellie Godbout, Ellie, come on up, and Katie Germain. So first, I'd like to tell you about Ellie. Ellie, I had a top secret meeting with your two best friends, Maddie and Macy. And to my surprise, I learned from them that Ellie is the one and only swine whisperer. Maddie and Macy told me that you love pigs. As a matter of fact, Ellie Loves Pigs is so big that it's legendary. She adores pigs of all shapes, sizes, and snout lengths. Now, some of you may have been confused if you arrived tonight and saw pigs at your dining table, but not me. I got it, Ellie. I understood. As a matter of fact, Maddie and Macy shared with me that you love pigs so much that your grandma even took you to a pig farm last Christmas, and that you have more stuffed pig animals than anyone they know. And I believe them. But Maddie has a love more than just for pigs. She also loves her golden doodle buddy. Maddie, I was also told that you might be an astronaut when you grow up. And we joked, me and your two best friends, that you'll probably be the first to bring a pig to space. After Maddie and Macy and I giggled about pigs, they also shared that they would have nominated you themselves for this award. They said you were a great student. You're always kind, you're nice to everyone, and you're funny. Your teachers tell me that you've been a role model since kindergarten, and that your work ethic is admirable. You're always happy, you have a kind heart, a sensitive demeanor, and a positive attitude all the time. You brighten every room that you enter. Ellie, it's my pleasure to recognize you tonight, and congratulations on being the recipient of the Superintendent's Award. And now I get to tell you about Katie Germain. And Katie, I had one of those top secret meetings with your two best friends too, with Avery and Addie. And they didn't tell me that you had a love for pigs, but they did tell me that you love animals. But an even bigger passion is that you love architecture. And we may need to call on you to weigh in on the design of our new school. I was thinking we could build a pen for some of Ellie's pigs in that design. Avery and Addie shared that you even have an app where you build things on it for fun, and that you are pretty certain that you could build your own dream house. Your friends said it would definitely have an animal shelter and a pool, and it would be your favorite color, yellow. Do you agree with all that? Yeah. Avery and Addie told me that you have a positive attitude all the time and that you're always really honest. They added that sometimes, even when you really have nothing to be sorry about, you'll say, "I'm so sorry." You're just kind to everyone. You're not too serious, and that you have fun learning. Katie, your teachers tell me that you work hard and you're willing to put in any effort it takes to be successful. They also shared that you are a great friend, often offering school supplies to your classmates. You never leave anyone out, and you're always eager to volunteer to do anything that makes Chapman a better place. And thank you for that. There is no doubt, Katie, that you are exceptional in so many ways. I am confident that you have all the skills and qualities to create an impressive blueprint for the amazing journey ahead of you. Congratulations.
So this evening, I hope that you had a wonderful meal and that you felt celebrated because we are so proud of you, our students, our teachers, and our families. Thank you so much for all that you do. I know we're here to honor you, but we so appreciate being in your company, and it's really what makes being an educator special as we celebrate American Education Week. So again, that concludes our ceremony. I appreciate your patience as we get some photos, and we'll get those to you as soon as possible. All right, congratulations, everybody.